too. I just got that same alert on my phone.
Oh, really?
This man is armed and dangerous.
What?
Armed and dangerous.
Did you go lock the front door?
The door's all wide open.
I think we're safe here.
I don't really know why he showed up here of all places.
Why is it an Amber Alert?
It's not Amber Alert, it's a public safety alert.
Oh, public safety alert.
I don't know how much people must be freaking out. They're like, we have to alert every single person's phone in San Antonio this minute. You know, we just look at it, we're like, but everyone is.
So there's a show called Servant, and they walked home after they ate, and were having an after party at their house, and this little girl followed them home, and they were all walking by and patting her on the head, and and the Amber Alert went off, and everybody just pulled out their phone and turned it off, and so they're partying and drinking and all this stuff and hanging out, and there was a knock on the door, and they look, it's the police. Are they gonna tell us to turn the music down or what? And so they opened the door and said, "Officer, can I help you?" And they said, "Yeah, we have reason to believe that a little girl followed you home from the restaurant." And they said, "I don't think so, but come on in." And so the cops came in and they said, "Yeah, that's her right there. She left her parents and followed y'all home. Didn't y'all get the Amber Alert?" And they said, "Come on, your parents are worried about you." And they were all pulling out their phones like, they all got it. Like 50 people, and none of them even looked at it. They just turned it off, And the little girl was right there at the party.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
why the fuck did they not think like
They didn't even like, who is that?
Yeah, they all thought the little girl was with somebody else, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I used to be like that, like just dismiss them, but I
Yeah.
listened to a podcast on like why Amber Alerts were created.
Yeah.
Like the story behind Amber, the girl that got kidnapped, that is the whole reason Amber Alerts exist. And now I'm like, shit, like now that I've listened to that, now every time something comes up on my phone, I'm like, okay, let's scan. Can I remember that license plate if I find that guy? Like,
Am I going to leave?
dude, seriously, I'm like, I got the block, I'm ready. Like, I'll get this kid back right now.
when I'm on Twitter, it'll be like missing San Antonio. I'll click on the picture, I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, me
And
too.
like try to remember their
Like
face.
stare at their face, like, okay, if I see you. Yeah.
There's something about the silver alerts. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Like above the highway and inconvenience stuff?
Yeah.
But there's something about those that made me go, yes. Because like I saw one that said 94-year-old guy on a Harley.
What the
Missing. I was like, dude, right on, bro, right on. 94 years old. I don't know where you're going. You probably don't know where you're going, but right on, brother.
Right on.
Right on.
Dude, that's how I feel about the silver links too. I'm like, hell yeah, you guys are getting out of Dodge. Like,
He just jump in
your
his
wife
car.
said one too many fucking things.
Yeah.
And you left. Like, I love it.
It was like 102 in a green Honda. I'm like,
I forgot a birthday gift at home.
mine? Oh, it's okay.
Oh, it's sick too.
Is that?
It's
Bring it
super
tonight.
sick.
Okay.
It would
Oh, it's for
Yeah.
here. Or is it too big?
Huh?
Is it too big to bring
Want me to
tonight?
get it really fast?
No.
No.
No, it's not too big.
Okay.
Tonight?
Just so y'all know, we're Facebook Live.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, you started it?
Yeah.
Oh. Is there someone watching?
What?
Is there people watching?
I don't see anybody on there yet.
Okay, thank God.
So tonight, do you want me to bring balloons? I bring balloons?
Should we pause it?
Nah, it's okay. We can discuss it later.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, let's do some vocal shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to read out of this book and be thinking about how it registers with you today, how you can apply it to your life. And then we'll discuss it for a little bit. We'll do like a 5-minute meditation, and we'll roll the cards. Okay? And then go into another conversation. All right, so this says blessing and invocation, the spring equinox, or Astara. This is about like all kind of random rituals and blessings from all over the world, kind of shamanistic. It's very feminine energy. I don't know who Astara is, but it's funny, in Buddhism there's a lot of taras. There's green Tara, red Tara, white Tara, all these different like celestial beings. They're like Dharma protectors, and some people do prayers and meditations to these taras. Kind of these mystical beings that are full of feminine energy. So it says, a calling to connect with all forms of life. Astara represents the reemergence of the goddess from the underworld, manifesting the physical rebirth of springtime. This is a time of celebrating. Recite the following blessing aloud to honor the new cycle of life. This is for March. This is for spring. You don't have to repeat this. I'm just going to read it.
We should repeat it.
Okay. Well, let's on the other page is an invocation. We'll read it there. So let me read this, and then we'll repeat the invocation. Okay. As the will of the year turns east, the air warms and sweetens, and the sun dances in the sky. The ice of winter has become a flowing stream, nourishing emergent life. I call to you, Astara, goddess of the dawn, to help my intentions grow and blossom. Like all wildflowers and your fruits, bless me as I seek to cultivate my dreams with inspired vitality. I celebrate fertility of all kinds and honor my existence as a sexual being. Okay, I see you. Okay. Capable of giving and sustaining life with each new sunrise. Gaia finds her balance. Masculine and feminine unite, entwined, and I watch now as light overtakes the darkness. All of life reaches now for the sky, for liberation, for expansion and healing. I sing the song of spring and kindle hope in my heart. I ask for blessings of fertility and beauty upon all Gaia's children. Amen. Imaho, so let it be. All right. Invocation to becoming the mother. And like we've talked about before, I don't think I'm going to get pregnant, but I can still be a mother to creative things that I want to bring into existence, right? So, a calling to summon fertility and divine feminine beauty. So when I point to you, repeat what I say, okay? I feel the call.
I feel the call.
Life seeking to be born through me.
Life seeking to be born through me.
And I feel the connection to Gaia.
And I feel the connection to Gaia.
To the essence of the mother.
To the essence of the mother.
That abides in all forms of creation.
That abides in all forms of creation.
I celebrate fertility of all kinds.
I celebrate fertility of all kinds.
And the potential to create.
And the potential to create.
I honor my existence as a sexual being.
I honor my existence as a sexual being.
Capable of giving and sustaining life.
Capable of giving and sustaining life.
I call upon Gaia, Mary, and Kuan Yin
I call upon Gaia, Mary, and Kuan Yin
to heal, bless, and support me
to heal, bless, and support me
as I become the mother
as I become the mother
and create a container for beauty
and create a container for beauty
for all new souls to incarnate.
for all new souls to incarnate.
Teach me, divine mothers,
Teach me, divine mothers,
how to become a profound vessel
how to become a profound vessel
of sacred and divine fertility.
of sacred and divine fertility.
Bless the seeds within me as they take root
Bless the seeds within me as they take root
and thrive, bring new forms of life
and thrive, bring new forms of life
and creative possibility into being.
and create a possibility of being.
All life flows through me
All life flows through me
and within me.
and within me.
All life is nourished.
All life is nourished.
Amen.
Amen.
Imaho, so let it be.
So let it be.
Let it be.
I feel like this is like this is like a trap that's gonna make me like super fertile and
No.
I was like, I'm
we're
really
gonna be
scared.
pregnant like next month. I would be pissed.
Together like we're good.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so through that, speaking of, you don't want to get pregnant, right? So don't want to, or you want to reel that one back in from the universe. But what are some other ways this can apply to you in March?
Well, I think it's talking about like new growth and like manifesting like a better life. And I mean, I feel like I was thinking about you when we were talking about that. Like with your new job, and I saw your tweet the other day, and you were like, I live with my best friends, and I have my dream job. I have like a good boyfriend, and I'm like, that's literally you like manifesting your new life.
Yeah, my life is so perfect right now. I was thinking that too. With that is like, I am like really motherly and nurturing to the special needs children I work with, and I think like with my teachers and stuff, I am allowing them to grow in their everyday lives so they can become more independent. So I do like lead them in that way in a motherly sense.
I also think we're the mom friends, and so I was thinking about our friends during all of this and how we're constantly guiding them and shaping them
Yeah.
and being the
Becoming the
motherly
women that they are
energy.
today.
Yes, yes. I feel like we're
Nourish
constantly-
them and guiding them and
Yes.
protecting them as mothers,
Yes,
Always.
your friends.
yes.
We have something here called staff development, and it's really interesting to think in concepts of, you know, I'm a supervisor, right? So sometimes the staff that I supervise, they make mistakes, and like sometimes they ask me questions. I'm like, you should already know the answer to that, like. But to always to be thinking in terms of developing someone, you know, as a, you know, kind of pulling them up and making them a leader too. And so everything is like a teaching moment. And so if they don't know something, they forget something, or something falls through the cracks or whatever, it's just an opportunity for staff development, you know. So like I'm constantly trying to invest in them more knowledge and more experience and more wisdom, because grandpa won't always be around. You know, one of them are either going to step up here as a supervisor or step up somewhere as a supervisor in their life. And so anything that I can bestow on them from my experience, so I don't have to get mad at little mistakes or get frustrated. It's like, cool, I get an opportunity to show somebody something that they'll use later and maybe show somebody else, you know.
Yeah,
So,
true.
how about you, Guy? You want to get pregnant in March?
No, I kind of see it as like at work, we're all like, we like try to like make everybody like learn new things, and like so everybody's like kind of like helping each other. So like each one teach one type of thing. So,
Oh.
Like we're not mothers, but we're like we just want everyone to do better, you know.
Yeah.
So like everyone has to be on the same page, basically.
And that's kind of like you're kind of a carpenter or construction trade, right? So there's something from like an apprentice to a journeyman to you know, master craftsman, right? So you got to kind of show somebody how to do something first before they can do it by themselves.
Yeah, you
you know?
gotta like take baby steps, but I mean it takes a while, but I mean everyone gets it. But it's just as long as everyone's on the same page, like it makes like our life easier.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's great, like your boss being able to leave you alone and come back a couple hours later knowing it's going to be done.
Yeah.
Whereas you used to have to like shadow him around and shadow other people around, and just kind of like,
All right.
if they left you alone, they'd come back and nothing would be done because you didn't know what the hell you were doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, too, like not even just work-wise. Like I feel like you do help others around you like grow and be more positive, and like you're nurturing. And so even if like me and Kayla are pissed off, like you come in laughing, spinning on your head and stuff, and like you're teaching us how to be positive even when we're not in a good mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. You do inspire us in that way.
I feel like a lot of my friends too, they like my guy friends, they like come to me, like they talk to me, but like I don't know, I've never been like that motherly person. I don't know.
Well-
If that makes sense.
Well, don't think about it as motherly. Think about it as like you nurture their growth, or like you're there for them to grow spiritually, or
You're safe.
You're a safe space.
Yeah, kind of like what Divine was telling me is like she, out of all her friends, like she feels she can be vulnerable with me, and so I feel like that's how your friends are with you. Like they confide in you because you make them feel like it's okay to feel that way.
Yeah.
When other guys are just like, nah, bro, like fuck her, or you know.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing, you know, because I grew up with friends that I couldn't say I felt depressed or anxious or that I was feeling down. It was all about beer, women, and fighting. To have somebody safe and kind of like a sweet soul, somebody like you that's a dude, that would be. I wish I had that as a friend growing up. You know, somebody could tell like, hey man, I feel like crying right now. Like, life really sucks.
Yeah, my friends talk to me about like stuff like that too. A lot of times, and sometimes like I have answers to them, but sometimes I just don't know what to say. And I'm just like,
Sometimes you don't have the answers. Sometimes you just have to need the ears.
But sometimes people don't want answers.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just want someone to listen.
like to talk to.
So
Yep.
true.
True that. All right, so why don't we do about a 5-minute meditation, and then we'll do the cards, and then we'll discuss that. And if I feel inspired, I'll say some words. But you know, I say this all the time. Even for me, it's hard to sit still for more than 5 minutes, and my mind's always racing. So the fact that we can do this once a week on Saturday, just to be here, be now, be present, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just find your center. I was telling a coworker, I don't have the ability to read books anymore. I've read entire libraries, and now I open a book and it's just like, oh, there's too many words. It just looks like a whole lot of words, and I just close it and put it up, you know. So I don't know if I'm going through a phase, or maybe I'm TikToking too much, or Facebooking too much, or watching too many Netflix, but I miss reading.
That's a phase too. TikTok is new to you, but it'll phase out. I haven't gone on TikTok in days.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel worse after looking at TikTok than you did before? I do.
Sometimes, but that's when you know that you need to get your ass off TikTok.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes me feel insecure about my body.
I don't know how to, maybe I'm not choosing the right videos or hearting the right videos or something, but I see like the worst of humanity. People acting and behaving badly on my TikTok.
Oh, you gotta change your algorithm.
Oh, really? It's always like a guy being rude to a cop when he gets pulled over. Or
Mine's all makeup videos.
it's all like kind of sexual stuff.
Oh, that's weird.
But I don't even heart that much. I just like,
Oh, you gotta start hearting stuff so you
Yeah.
can figure out what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
But in movies and music and everything, I want to see the best of humanity. I don't want to see the worst of humanity.
I always look at TikTok and I'm like, I see so many like beautiful, beautiful girls and like super skinny dancing and stuff. And then I'm like, and then I feel bad. And then I go to like a restaurant or something and I look around and I'm like, there's not one skinny girl in here. Like this is all like super fake.
The internet lies to you.
The internet
So
lies to
you
you.
just have to like, you just have to like look around and be like,
Not real life.
I don't know, guys. My TikTok's pretty positive.
Is it?
that might be
Good.
Mine's pretty positive too.
Mine's pretty positive. I have like meditations and stuff on mine. Like,
I have so many
I have
cake
Dr.
videos.
Sebi on there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Diane listens to that.
I'm pretty sure my algorithm thinks I'm like a mother of 6 that likes makeup videos and cooking videos.
oh, mine definitely goes up my age.
Really?
But it's cool.
So I saw them make like a tea to like open up your respiratory, like in your lungs,
Mm-hmm.
like licorice and like stuff like that. And they like boiled it. I
Mm-hmm.
want to try giving that to my grandpa. Like I want to see if that would help him.
Oh, these ones.
Like, cause he can't really breathe right now. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
We
like
have
too far
some.
gone.
We have some of that at home. Remember when we got it when we had COVID?
Yeah.
We have some. We can bring it to him. We can
See, maybe try it.
Try it out.
Yeah, it's yours.
All right. Let's do a little meditation. A rolling thunder, power rain, coming down like a hurricane. Save that for tonight, right?
I'm gonna tell you guys a story, but later. So just remember.
Okay. Whoa.
That one jumped right out.
I know. Maybe I should put it down.
You should.
What is it?
You don't want that card.
I know what it was.
Did you see it?
Was it the devil?
No.
I thought it was.
When the universe is trying to give you a sign and you say no.
Not that one, no.
Simply do not accept.
Right. Keep pulling cards till you find the ones you want. Right.
Yep, that's right. Keep rolling the magic 8 ball until it shows you the answer.
All right. All right. Everybody, kind of send the intention to the cards, so we can pull the 3 that we need for today. We're gonna do a 3-card spread. Are you sending me an intention, Felix? I don't feel like you're sending me intention, Felix.
I gotta go.
Rolling thunder, power.
Someone added Jesse's strap.
Today?
Oh, I saw there was a bunch of like car breakers and stuff last night in that neighborhood too.
Really?
Where?
Next door at. Or I see a bunch. There was like 3 people with this.
That's crazy.
I was some people teenagers.
All right, 3-card spread. This has something to do with this previous week, has something to do with right now in the present, and this has something to do with next week. You feel me?
Yes.
Oh. You see, we should have put that one card down.
Yeah, the cards are pissed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh well.
whatever that means. My life is going to be really chaotic this week. No. All right, something to do with the previous week. Oh my God, the High Priestess. I love this card, actually. Talk about feminine spirit, cool energy. Pass it around and let's just talk about what you get from it.
She's a bad bitch.
Okay.
She's wearing blue, such a calming color.
Calming.
Calming. Blue is a very calm color. Pomegranate means royalty.
Mm-hmm.
She looks a little judgy.
She looks a little judgy.
But she also looks looked up to.
Like people value her opinion. I need to do yoga or something because
Why is there
It's hard to set on the cushion.
a black pillar and a gray pillar? Or what pillar?
BJ, talk about sexual energy.
Oh my God.
For right and wrong.
Did anything stand out to you on this card, Felix?
Just the 2 pillars.
The 2 pillars.
The 2 different colored pillars.
Do you think that's because you're a carpenter?
He's like, oh, the paint needs to be
It
fixed up.
no, it's just like I feel like those 2 things didn't belong here. I don't know.
They didn't belong in the picture?
Yeah.
Well, this card has a very interesting story, and I don't know what it has to do with the previous week, but the reason why I love this card, one of the reasons, I do love the blue, very soft. There's pomegranates in the background, which is fertility and life. The 2 pillars, there's a B and a J on there. It doesn't stand for what you think. It's actually Boaz and Joachim, which are like magic words, especially in the Masonic Lodge. Boaz and Joachim are magical words. They also stand for stability
Ooh.
and strength, and then duality. You have gray and black. So they're not exactly opposites, but you know, there's various things in the universe. Not everything has to be the same. She's standing on the moon, which is a mystical symbol. There's a half moon down here and a full moon in her crown. So these are the phases of the moon represented here. And then the most interesting thing about the High Priestess card is it's based on a story where you talk about a man-led society. What do you call that? When men are dominant? Patriarchy. So a woman like in the 1700s, she dressed like a man and she went to Catholic monastery. Huh? Mulan? Yeah, basically. And she hid her gender, and she was so successful as a priest that they made her the Pope.
What?
That is so
And it wasn't until she had become the Pope in like Spain or somewhere like that,
She revealed.
or I don't know. It must been in wherever the Vatican is or something. I'm drawing a blank here, but that somebody found out her identity or gender, and they burned her at the stake.
What?
And so, and now this might be mythology. You can look it up yourself, but they say that there was one female pope temporarily, and she had faked her way all the way through seminary and all the monastic life and all that stuff in Catholicism until she became the pope. And then once they found her gender, they killed her.
She was a witch.
She was a witch, burned the witch.
Burn the witch.
Well, I think that is going from like that moon to the full moon to show like growth. That maybe like this week we were strong and we were growing and we did our best.
Yeah. And so I think it is good to remember too that you know, there's been women fighting for equality for years and years and years, and you are a part of that. You know, we're all a part of that. This lady had to hide her gender and eventually cost her life. But why can't she be a pope? Why can't a woman be a president? Why can't a woman be a boss or a?
Why can't women just exist
Right.
You know,
without us being a threat?
you know the
Be a
college
threat.
that I went to?
Yeah.
St. Catherine University?
St. Catherine's.
One of my favorite things about it was that just a couple years ago, it was an all-women's college.
Oh, really?
No men were allowed to go there. And I thought that it's originally called St. Catherine University College for Women. And so I thought that was really cool. Felt like that was a sign for me to go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talk to Shane. Actually, one of our relatives, a great aunt, started the first women's college in Texas.
Nice. You know, she was telling me about that for teachers
Yeah.
and nurses.
And it's actually not too far from here. I don't know exactly where it's at, but I think the name has changed several times, but it was our relative that started the women's college.
Hell yeah. Feminism.
Yeah. All right, so this has something to do with the present moment. Ooh, I think this represents tonight. This is the Three of Cups.
El borracho.
I'll be in my cups tonight. El borracho.
Eat it.
What do you see on there, Kayla? What's your impression just right off the bat? Rapid fire.
It's jubilant. They're having a good time. They're celebrating.
Okay.
And they have cloaks of many colors and fruits. So they're like really having a party.
Rapid fire. What do you see on that card?
Ooh, fun. And they're having a feast. They're celebrating. And they're all so beautiful.
I bet it's the one in the blues birthday.
Okay. All right. All random. The one in the blues birthday.
Because she's holding up the cup the highest.
Oh, okay.
There's three of them, so that they have the strongest friendship. Because what do they say? The triangles of the strongest one or the strongest?
No.
It takes three to make a. Is that what you're thinking about?
Yes.
Yes.
A a
Try.
a rope with 3 things is not easily broken. That's from the Bible. I don't know if that's what you're thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's true. I wrote that those terms.
something like that. One string is easily broken, but if you twist it 3 of them together, it's hard to break it. So that there's power in numbers.
Because something, and then you're like, where do I know that from? And
Right.
you're like, oh, the Bible.
Yeah. So yeah, you talk about women getting together to support one another. Like that's what these covens were. If women snuck off to be by themselves and get away from the men, they called them witches, and they would get beat or killed. So these women are outside. I don't know exactly what this card represents, but there's 3 women celebrating. They got cups. There's time when women couldn't drink alcohol, women couldn't smoke, women couldn't do anything that a man didn't tell them they could.
We'll all have to drink and smoke for all the dead homies that
Yeah.
Went down in flames.
For our ancestors,
This
they
blood
burned
is
for just
here.
being a woman.
I'm gonna burn this blood in yours.
And talk about fertility and abundance. There's all kind of fruit, vegetables. I see all kind of green.
They look like they have a good life.
Yeah,
they're like
prosperous,
church
young. They're in their youth. Cups up, guns up.
They're saying it don't matter what's going on. We're celebrating.
Yeah.
Having a soiree.
Celebration.
Good time, come on.
Celebrate good times.
They could also be, friends, lovers, companions. Who knows? But the main thing is you don't see a man in this picture. So.
We love that.
All right, so that's tonight. We're gonna celebrate.
Celebrate.
All right. So this is something to do with the future. It is the 4 of Pinnacles. It could be the near future. It could be this week. It could be, I don't know. All right, rapid fire. What do you see in there?
This guy is protecting his coin. He's like holding it near and dear to him.
Isn't it a good sign when the star is up and not down?
Yeah, when the star's up and not down.
And all of these are up.
All
so
of his
that
are up.
means good luck times 4.
So he probably is like killing it, but he's like keeping it close. He's not letting anybody know.
Ooh, but at any second he could turn it and do it upside down. Can you do something like this?
Or it could-
I think this is
Or it could be already upside down. Right here.
It could be upside down to him.
It could have been upside down and then he fixed
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Like meaning too much of good is bad.
Oh.
I don't know. That's not true.
He's like, actually, I don't mean that.
You can never have too much coin, right?
Or too much fun.
Yeah, so 4 Pinnacles. So I see a city in the background. I see him standing on. It looks like he's on the top of a building, and like you say, pinnacles are magic symbols. They also look like they're coins. He's well dressed. He's got a crown on his head. He could be like guarding it, or it could be say, "Check out my bling, man. Check out my bling, yo." You might walk by him. He's like, "I'm selling hubcaps. You want to buy a hubcap?"
It's like flavor.
I got spinners, baby. I got spinners. What you got? $19.99. Spinners for your Monte Carlo. Let's go. Yeah, he's wearing some kind of black vest. Looks kind of wool or something. He looks satisfied, but he's kind of content. It's like he's chilling. He got his coin. He's all good. He even has one on top of his head, which is interesting.
That means he holds value with his knowledge.
He's got more than enough. He got a coin under each foot, in both hands and on top of his head. So, yeah, so sometimes historically they say you have everything that you need in life, but you're a little bit too guarded. You might want to be a little bit more generous this week. So, you shouldn't live a life of feeling scarcity, like there's not enough. You should always know that you have everything and you will have everything you need. And you have more than enough to share with other people. You don't have to protect it so hardcore.
That's kind of like how I was feeling this week, because I felt like I busted ass all week, like busted ass like every day, and then like my check came up kind of short, but like I thought to myself like it is what it is, but like I have everything I need at home, like so like I was just like balancing it out so I don't feel bad about my check not coming out right.
But why was it short though? You asked them?
I don't know. I guess they're gonna pay me on another check. I don't know.
You should say something. Because you did bust ass all week by yourself.
No, I did. I texted Christy.
Okay.
You know what's interesting about getting older is when you're young like you're really busting your butt and sweating, you know, and your pay is low. But then when you become older, people start paying you for your wisdom and less for your labor. So like when you become a foreman and you're just kind of walking around supervising, you're getting paid like $50, $60 an hour or something. Yeah. And the guy down there who's actually doing something physical, you know, he's getting paid like, you know, $12 an hour, $15 an hour, you know. And so it doesn't seem quite fair, but you've spent years and years accumulating this wisdom, and you can look down and say, hey, that ain't right. We need to fix that now or we're going to have problems down the road. Yeah. Which will cost the company thousands of dollars by fixing it here instead of waiting until the apprentice screws it up, you know, 10 days from now. You know what I mean? So we early on we talked about that, you know, mentoring other people, supporting other people, and investing your wisdom in other people, because eventually people start paying you for your wisdom. You know, they start seeing that your wisdom is more valuable than your labor. So, all right, we nailed it, kids. Woke house.
Woke house.
All right. I said we vow to each other. We'll spend another wonderful Saturday together. And all those of you in Facebook land, we're here in San Antonio every Saturday at 10 a.m. 6851 Citizens Parkway. Come see us. Everybody wave. Bye. Yo, Shaylee, Shane, hopefully you're out there.
We love you.